I should have ironed these, but we haven't got time. Oscar, what have you done? Do you know how long it took Mummy to do that report? No, we're going to get you dressed first. Now, you stay here. This is not a game. Oscar. Oh, no. Oscar. Oscar. Oscar, come back here.
She's still asleep.
She's breathing, I presume.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't check. She's fine.
Doesn't normally sleep this long.
She's probably going through a growth spurt or something. Come on, we've got to lie here.
You know she'll wake up.
Well, let's live dangerously.
What?
Vivian, I wasn't expecting to see you today.
Well, here I am.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Heard about the burglary. I'm so sorry. It must have been awful. Look, you've probably got loads of things to do at home. I can cover for you, you know. Or actually, even better, I can get a temp in, you know.
I'm fine, thank you, Julia.
Yeah, but these things have a way of catching up with you. Why don't you take the day off anyway? You know, and give yourself a chance to recover.
Burglaries happen all the time. There's nothing to make a fuss about.
Morning. Vivian, sorry to hear about the burglary.
Thank you, Dr. Granger.
Did they get anything?
Nothing of importance.
Still, it's the whole invasion of the home thing. People underestimate the trauma of it.
Oh, Jimmy, please, would you persuade her to take the rest of the day off? She won't listen to me.
What are you doing here?
My job, Dr. Clay?
Vivian, you need to go home. No one's expected you to come in today after what's happened.
Look, it's a burglary. That's all.
Right, Lord.
What are you doing, woman? What if it spills?
So, don't spill it.
It's not just any old library books, you know.
What are they?
Law books. Cost a small fortune to replace. This case isn't going to win itself.
Well, it's bound to now that you're on the case.
We'd stand a considerably better chance if we were a united front.
There's more ways than one to skin a cat. Involving lawyers is the longest and most expensive method.
What is it? Are you still here?
I was just wondering
What?
when you're going to tell her.
All in good time.
I thought you'd say that.
What are you doing?
Seeing when she can come over so you can break your news. We don't want her finding out in any other way, do we?
Hello?
Ah, Annie, it's Susan. Is everything all right?
No, it's just been a bad morning. Oscar's been a nightmare and he's topped it off by putting my mobile down the toilet. I can't get...
Would you like any help?
No, I've just got this meeting in 20 minutes and I'm not going to make it if I take him to nursery.
Would you like me to take him?
I don't want to put you out.
I'd like to get out of the house anyway.
Is that directed at me?
It's just this morning. Oh, it's fine, normally.
I know. Shall I come round now?
No, I'll bring him to you.
Oh, that'd be good. Howard would like a little word anyway.
I'll see you in a minute.
She's coming straight round.
I'm really sorry to do this, Susan.
Don't. It's nice to be of some help.
You shouldn't have to.
I want to.
Now, you be a good boy for Grandma. Do you understand?
Have you got juice?
I knew I forgot something. I haven't got any pull-ups either. I don't believe this.
We'll find something, won't we?
Now, he hasn't had any breakfast. It was a disaster, so he'll be hungry if you could get something on the way.
We'll find something. Have you got time for a quick word with Howard?
No, really, I haven't. I'm sorry. Bye-bye, sweetheart. I'll see you after nursery.
Bye-bye, Mummy. Come on, let's say goodbye to Mummy.
Come away. Bye-bye.
Bye, Mummy. Bye. Come back soon.
I think I need stronger antidepressants.
Oh, back up there. Last month we were talking about you coming off them.
I can't come off them, don't make me.
No one's asking you to come off. Just look forward to me. Here you go. Is it Oscar?
It terrorises me.
Terrible twos.
Everything's such a battle. Eating, dressing, bed. I'm just exhausted.
How much are Chris's parents helping you?
A little. But, I don't want to be in their debt.
Oscar's their grandson, and I'm sure that's not how they see it.
That's how I feel.
What about work?
Not enough hours in the day. I work till midnight most nights, then Oscar's up at 6, sometimes earlier.
You know, this isn't about your medication. You've beaten depression. This is about you running yourself into the ground.
I can't work any less. I lose my job.
No, you don't need to work less. You need to slow down.
I know. I know.
Your stress levels are extremely high. You need to catch up on your sleep and spend some time on yourself. You know, you've got 2 willing babysitters. I don't know why you don't use them more.
I use them enough.
You know, you've done an amazing job with Oscar since Chris's accident. And I think it's time you started getting your life back. Yeah?
How much sleep did you get last night?
Stop interrogating me.
Vivian, you need to talk to someone about what happened.
Why is this kettle taking so long to boil?
I don't mean me. I'm not the right person. But there are victim support volunteers, police liaison officers.
You keep the police out of it. I am dealing with this in the way that I see fit. And you are not to say anything to another living soul. Is that clear?
David, it's Annie. No, I can't come in today. The doctor said I need to rest. They'll have to wait for their report. I'll be in tomorrow. I've got to go. What's this?
I think it's quite clear.
You're filing for custody of Oscar.
As the letter states, the term is residence.
You can't be serious.
Susan and I believe we're better positioned to look after Oscar.
What are you talking about? Where is Susan? I want to talk to her.
She's in town, but she's behind this 100%. You're in no fit state to look after yourself, let alone my grandson. Try as you might to hide them, we've seen your antidepressants. We've seen your permanent state of panic and fluster. You can't cope. And being around you is not good for the boy.
And a long, messy residence battle is.
It won't be long or messy. We should be quite fair about visitation rights. A sudden permanent split is not in our plans.
I will fight you all the way.
And you will lose. Look, one way or another, I will not allow you to inflict any further damage on Oscar than you already have.
How can you do this?
It's in the boy's best interest.
Taking him away from his mother.
But you aren't his mother, are you? Christine was Oscar's mother. You have no blood ties to the boy whatsoever. Now, if you have anything further to say on this matter, I suggest you talk to my lawyer.
Morning. How was your break?
Yes, fine.
Do we need to clear the air here?
I'll just get coffee and go.
I'm not the enemy.
What, are you a friend?
Of course.
Okay.
Melody, you're going to have to do some serious growing up if you want your accreditation.
Oh, right, yeah, because I'm not nearly as mature as, say, you and George.
Don't push it.
You let me down, Nick.
No, I've done nothing but try and help you.
Right, well, you're half right. You've done nothing.
All right, Melody.
No, look, you've not been there for me. You're just wrapped up in your own little world. You're self-important.
Time out before somebody says something they might regret.
No. If you've got a problem with me.
Then she might need to be left alone for a while. Come on, Nick. She's just had a major dent to her confidence. Give her some time, eh?
Annie Saxby, I've come to talk to you about this.
Miss Saxby, you need to talk to your solicitor.
I don't have a solicitor. I can't afford one. Every penny I have goes on Oscar. I'm as much his mother as Chris, and you won't take him away from me.
You shouldn't be doing this. I'm not your solicitor and I can't give you any advice.
I was Chris's partner for 5 years. We planned to have Oscar. We planned to raise him together. He's not here by accident.
I'm not unsympathetic to your situation. Mr. and Mrs. Milnes are my clients.
Your client's a homophobe. He never accepted Chris's sexuality. And this is his way of trying to destroy all evidence of it. If he had any respect for Chris's memory, he'd do what she would have wanted.
I'm sorry, but you really need to find your own solicitor who can advise you about my client's application.
You've got kids?
Yes, one.
How old?
She's 2.5.
Same as Oscar. I know I'm very emotional at the moment, but tell me you'd be different if someone was threatening to take your kid away from you.
This isn't about me, this is about Oscar and what's best for him. Because Chris didn't leave a will, you and her parents have a different opinion about what that is.
I won't let you take him away from me. I am going to make this as messy and as difficult as possible. Does that sound like what's best for Oscar?
This whole case will revolve around whether you're in a fit state of mind to be looking after him. Being difficult for its own sake won't do your cause any good.
My partner of 5 years was killed in a car crash. So excuse me if I've been a little unhappy. But I've beaten my depression. My state of mind is fine.
Can you prove that?
Absolutely. Go ask my doctor.
Well, I need your written permission to do that.
Then get me a pen and paper.
Come in.
Your 145 cancelled.
You sure you're in the right room?
This is business.
Nearly. You and I have business.
Annie Saxby.
What about her?
I need to know the state of her health, mental and physical.
I'm surprised at you, Ronnie. You know I can't break patient confidentiality. Sit down. What do you want to know?
In your opinion, does her depression have an impact on her ability to provide care for her son?
Someone questioning her as a mother? How come you're involved?
You know I can't break client confidentiality.
What are you doing here?
I came to see you.
Are you meant to be on campus?
I'm on my lunch break. I wanted to talk to you.
Well, I've got nothing to say to you.
Yeah, well, I've got stuff to say to you. Did you not get my messages?
Yes? Didn't you get the hint?
I can't believe you just took off like that.
Oh, you're unbelievable.
What?
You still have no idea what you did, do you?
Look, I just thought...
I'm not going over it again.
Come on, Melody, talk to me. You owe me that much.
After what you did to my brother, I don't owe you anything. Just leave me alone.
I've said from the start these cases can be very complicated, but this case got a lot less complicated this afternoon after I visited Annie's GP.
Why?
Annie is winning her battle with depression. There's even a suggestion that she may be coming off the medication.
Ah, so she's still on the antidepressants.
As are lots of mothers in the UK.
So, just what are you saying?
I'm saying that if you pursue this application for residence, Annie getting a glowing bill of health from a GP is a serious blow to your case.
But she can't cope. You haven't seen her. Even you agree on that.
Well, actually, she came to see me. She was extremely upset and she was clearly under a lot of stress, but she's quite rational.
Don't be fooled. She's totally unstable. However rational she may appear today, she could just as easily have a complete and utter breakdown tomorrow.
Her doctor disagrees. The depression stems from Chris's death. Once she's beaten it, there's a very strong chance it won't reoccur.
So what would our chances be?
Well, that's impossible to say. Oscar is settled where he is. The court would be unlikely to move him.
Thank you, Ronnie. I think Howard and I need to discuss this in private.
Of course. I'll see myself out. If there's anything else you need, don't hesitate to call me.
Bless you.
The boy's not hers.
Oh. I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes.
Stop pretending.
So I didn't sleep very well. Is there any wonder?
No, of course not, but this isn't going to go away by itself.
I don't want to talk about it.
Fine. But you need to do something, so why don't you stay over at my place? Now, I've got to go to the police station this afternoon. I'll talk to Eva. She won't be a problem.
No, I don't think so. But thank you.
She'll be fine, I promise.
No, it's very kind of you, but no, thank you.
Well, at least let me prescribe you some sleeping pills.
Certainly not.
They're perfectly safe. You just take one before you go to bed. You sleep like a baby. Please.
Well, I suppose there's no harm for emergencies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a mountain of paperwork to get through.
How's JJ?
I was petrified. I can't believe my little brother might be going to prison.
Listen, it's a first offence, okay? Ronnie said he's got a great chance of getting a suspended sentence.
Yeah, that's what Dad said. Mum hardly said anything the whole time I was there. You know, they won't admit it, but they're both heartbroken. And then on top of that, how can I tell them that their daughter's a failure?
You're not a failure.
Did you spend another 6 months training? Did Joe?
Look, it's not your fault, okay? Look at everything that's going on in your life at the moment.
It doesn't change anything.
So I hear Archie came to see you?
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Why?
He can't seem to get it through his thick skull what he's done. You know, I really thought that things could work out for us, but no, I don't think I could ever forgive him.
Well, you know I'm right here for you, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay?
Thanks.
Come here.
Oh, there you are. Oscar. I'll contact Annie as soon as possible. Yes. It's all right, my darling boy. Yes, I know. Aren't we going for a nice ride in the morning?
Hello, it's Annie Saxby, Oscar's mum. I'm really sorry, but I just got your message. This is going to sound ridiculous, but I overslept. What do you mean he's not there? Susan? Susan, where...
All right. All right. I'm coming.
They've taken Oscar.
What?
Your clients. They took him from nursery sometime this afternoon.
I'm sure the nursery wouldn't just let them take him.
They're next of kin after me. They can take him whenever they like. Look, they took him, right? They took my baby.
All right, let me call them.
Why don't you come in? I'll make some tea.
Every day, such hard work. He's what gets me through. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Well, I'm sure there's a perfectly innocent explanation.
Well, even if there is, this is just the start of it. They've shown their hand now. They're not going to stop till they've got him away from me, one way or another. If I get him back, he can't ever see them again.
I have a daughter myself, and I think I understand what you're going through. Wait and see, eh?
Do you know where your daughter is now?
Yeah, she's on a play date. I'm going to go and get her in a minute.
What if she's not there? That's what I'm feeling. And it's how I feel every time they have him.
I've just spoken to them. I can take you to him.
He fell off a climbing frame. They tried calling you first, but you weren't answering, so they called us. We kept trying you, but you didn't answer.
I thought you'd taken him.
Didn't they tell you what had happened?
I may have cut them off.
Typical.
With what you're doing, is it any wonder?
I'm just trying to protect my grandson.
From his mother.
If that's what you want to call yourself, yes.
It's what he calls me. Why are you doing this, Howard?
Because you can't cope. Everything is a crisis with you. You have a look of permanent blind panic in your eyes.
That's not the reason.
We're just trying to help you, Annie.
Applying for residence is not the way to help someone under severe stress. Tell me, Howard, why do you want Oscar?
Because we're in a better position to look after him than you are.
You're 60. You're going to be 70-something when he turns into a teenager. That's not it, and you know it. It's my lifestyle, isn't it?
No.
I'm not a homophobe.
Whether you like it or not, your grandson is going to grow up in a lesbian's household. Tell me that's not a problem.
It's not. I came to terms with Chris's sexuality.
Howard?
No.
No what?
No, I never came to terms with my daughter being like that, and she knew it.
And you blame me.
There's no one to blame but myself. I left it too late. There's nothing I can do. Oscar's all I have left of her.
Oscar.
I just wanted one more day.
Oh, Howard. Maybe accepting me as Oscar's mother can go some way to making your peace with Chris.
What is it you want, Howard?
What's best for Oscar?
Well, then you and Annie have something in common.
But you're not coping, Annie.
I'm doing fine.
What about your stress levels? Your doctor assured me that a bit of extra help and support would make a huge difference.
How can I trust them after today?
If you're coping and they're seeing more of Oscar, why would they want residence?
And we're too old for nappies and naughty steps, aren't we, Howard?
Of course we are. And there are too many tantrums in our house without Oscar.
You won't be able to rebuild your life without help, Annie.
This is the best offer you're going to get.
And what about the letter?
Tear it up.
Really?
Tear it up. If you don't, I will. Looks like you've talked your way out of a very lucrative residence battle, Ronnie.
Money well lost.
You won't believe the day I've had. Someone nicked a delivery of Zimmer frames from an old people's home. I mean, what sort of person would nick a Zimmer frame?
Don't know.
How about you?
I said I don't know.
Do
Jimmy, you've been scrubbing that since I came in.
Yeah, well, it's dirty.
No, it's not. What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. What is it?
It's nothing.
Well, then tell me.
I had this guy die on me. He was old, it was expected. I'd just known him a long time, that's all.
Oh, come here.
Your mother means well, but sometimes...
She's not my mother, Max. I'm not Raymond.
He's on about that again.
Max thinks I'm him.
How dare you? I don't know what you think you're teaching him, but you can both just get out.
You know, the worst case scenario is you could lose your job.
It's Lights, Cameras, Murder for Dick Van Dyke next on BBC1 Scotland with another diagnosis murder. And later it's a fight to the death for today's brave 9 contestants. The Weakest Link returns at 5:15.